Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Mansi Randri, welcome all the members to the Global Women Network for Nature's monthly meeting and a warm welcome to our today's guest, Ketki Ghate ma'am, founder and managing partner, Oikos Ecological Services, and our founder director, Dr. Vinita Apte ma'am, Terra Policy Center. This month, we celebrate Earth Day, which serves as a powerful reminder of importance of our planet and provides us with an opportunity to reflect on the challenges facing by our planet and explore the innovative solutions to protect and preserve our environment for future generations. Today's webinar embarks a journey on our today's topic on stories of restoration on private lands by Ketki Ghate ma'am, founder and managing partner, ICOS Ecological Services. I request our founder and director, Dr. Vinita Apte ma'am, Terra Policy Center, to welcome our today's guest and GWNN members. Over to Vinita ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Most welcome on this unique forum of women who are working for betterment of nature, betterment of environment through their working patterns, different working patterns. I always say that woman word consists of the whole world. W is for water and wetlands. W is for beautification. W is for beautification. W is for beautification.
I think there must be some network issue.
Sorry, I hope now I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Am
Yes,
I
ma'am, you are
audible?
audible.
Yeah, you are audible and visible too.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. So I was talking about the woman, the word woman, and women are consist of with the whole world. W for water and wetlands, O for ocean, M for mangroves, E as energy, N as nature and nurture. And that's how the woman word is consist of. And that's how the world is always depend on the woman who can be work for the betterment of environment. And through these platform, we always welcome to the women who are energetic, who are innovative, and who can give a better vision, a different vision to the whole world through their work and through their innovation. Today, I welcome Ketki Ghate, my good friend, my little friend, I can say. She's very young, energetic, enthusiastic, and she worked for the sustainable world. So I don't want to speak a lot in this meeting because I always believe the speaker who have invited for the meeting has a lot of things to tell, and I also want to learn everything from the new speaker and the new innovator like Ketki. I tell Manasi to carry over this meeting, and I'm here, Ketki, to listen to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words. Moving ahead, today we have with us Ketki Ghate, ma'am, founder and managing partner of ICOS Ecological Services. I would like to introduce Ketki, ma'am. Ketki, ma'am, is a double graduate from our native town, Chalisgaon, and she has came from Pune to take a course from Ecological Society with a passion to work for nature. She is a trustee of Ecological Society Pune, and working as a core team and faculty for the subjects like landscape ecology, eco perspective in watershed management, alternative livelihood systems like forest food, sacred groves, urban ecology, etc. She is an ex-member of Pune Tree Authority, Pune Municipal Corporation, and also a member of JFMC Pune, working as a visiting faculty for Masters in Architecture course at BNCA College of Architecture, Pune. I request Ketki ma'am to brief about her organization and its activities. Over to Ketki ma'am. Ma'am, you can brief us uh, uh, your organization, about your organization and activities. So, Ketki ma'am is available. We will wait for her to join. I think she must be having some network issue.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry, I got locked out. There is some I'm on one side and there is some range problem. But yeah, I hope so. You're able to hear me now.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Okay, so maybe I'll just keep my camera off so that at least I save some bandwidth for audio. Is that good enough?
No issues, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just share my screen and then start talking about. Though I missed what Vinita was saying. Vinita, I just heard you saying this when you started.
Yeah. No, I was talking about you that you are a very young, enthusiastic, energetic, and have an innovative approach rather than working as a business. You work for environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what today what I'm going to do is just a minute. आता तर stable है. Oh, I think this is good enough. You're able to hear me, right? Otherwise, these people are
We are
helping.
missing your pretty face, Ketki.
Oh. So should I just try and keep it on? I'm not sure. If at all it gets unstable, then just let me know. I'll just switch it off. Is that good enough?
Anyone couldn't see, anyone see her presentation? I couldn't see. Have you shared it, Ketki?
No. I didn't share it. I'm just saying that if at all there is any problem in hearing, then I will have to switch off my camera just to save the bandwidth.
No, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am. We can see
Okay.
you.
Okay, then great. So right now I'll just keep it on, and then if need be, uh, I'll just switch it off. Yeah. So anyway, so sorry, just give me a just few seconds. Yeah, so I'll just begin by sharing the screen anyways. But before that, I'm just really happy when present all of them to everyone sure time permit that because all we'll have just 45 minutes to 1 hour. So, but otherwise, I prefer that to get introduced to each of you, so that it's good to refer to the places from wherever you're coming from, and then try and pull some thread from that particular place. But anyways, so because anyway, then also there is some kind of range problem where I'm sitting. So we'll just start with the presentation. Just to tell you briefly about us. So us is this ecological enterprise named Oikos, and we just this year we completed 22 years in working for ecological restoration of lands. So that's what we do. We basically do ecological restoration of land, and basically projects are private landowners. I mean, very few projects are there wherein we work for maybe government land, and few lands are there which are maybe public land. So, so I'll maybe share the presentation simultaneously. I'll keep on talking. So you see the screen now?
Yeah, ma'am. You can share your
Is it?
screen.
Yes. Do you see it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Now?
Yes, we are seeing. Yeah, we are able to see now.
Okay. Yes, great. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So there are this present short just to give you an idea we do, and the name of this particular project in India on various parcels of land. So we've worked maybe from 1 acre to till now 12,000 acres and various. So I just wish to share our experience related to this land-based work. And Oikos is the name of our earth. So ecology, I'm sure many of us be knowing the origin of word ecology. So ecology, this term is derived from oikos or ekos, even Greeks pronounce it. So it's study of our home or study of our earth, basically earth as home. And so when we started working for restoration, that's the app name we thought could be like something like a universal, and we should just use it for consultancy. And so what we do is basically work for ecological restoration as well as biodiversity conservation. So both these things, and all of these things, I think I should skip these slides. This is just to set an tone for the presentation, that why we are doing all this is basically majority of the areas are degraded and getting degraded, and this is mainly because of human induced activities. As you see in this particular screen at the background, this is one of the dam catchment from Western Ghats, and this dam supplies water to cities downstream. But while they do this, there are very huge implications in the upstream areas. So much of the paddy fields are submerged here, but many a time these implications are never thought of, or these kind of areas are never restored. So that's why we are saying that there is a great need of conservation. And even if we need some kind of resources to make our livings, day-to-day livings, at the same time we also need to keep on restoring these resources. That's high time. But what happens, the rate at which we maybe extract resources and the way rate at which nature restores herself is inversely proportional. So that's why we're just trying to help nature in some or the other way. And that's why there is a dire need of conservation and restoration. And also we work like big time for these non-human beings. As you see in this particular slide, you can see this marmot is one of the animal from Leh Ladakh, which is a cold desert in India. And then numbers are decreasing, their habitats are getting threatened. So if you look at globally, the rate of extinction of species, threatened species is increasing every year, and we don't think about them. I mean, so whenever, even if it's a plantation project, we hardly think about faunal species, though in last maybe 1 decade or so, and also thanks to UN for declaring this decade as a decade for ecological restoration. So because of that, maybe awareness is increasing surely, but this was quite lacking few decades back, and no one had hardly thought about non-human beings. So at Oikos, definitely we thought to work for these non-human beings, means create some spaces for them wherever we work. So along with restoration of resources like soil and water, also try and create spaces for non-human beings. So what we thought 22 years back, and that time in Pune and Mumbai, everyone was like buying land at the countrysides. They would just get some kind of land patch in Western Ghats, being high rainfall area, then being hilly terrain, they would level it off by getting some kind of excavator and then plant all non-native species. So while this course of development is happening, obviously you disturb the existing ecosystem, you disturb the existing geology, you cause a lot of soil erosion, and then try and get in all completely alien plants to make greenery. So we thought, why not to offer services to these people who are well-read and who understand words of conservation, and work for them and provide them with certain kind of solutions wherein you achieve development at the same time you try and conserve nature. So development and nature absolutely can go hand in hand. That's what our perspective was that time when we started this work, and that's how we started working for private landowners. So what kind of services we have is basically we do ecological assessment of lands, wherein all through this all 3 seasons we assess what kind of soil is there, how the water is flowing in monsoon, what kind of biodiversity is there, and based on this ecological assessment we create ecological, then do ecological master planning. uh, then we also do we also do natural resource management and restoration planning. Means what? Again, this is the core of our work, where we again try and strengthen the basic physical feature on any land, which is soil, so that you take the entry of all biodiversity very much naturally. That's what our main motto is. And there are necessary services like this ecological landscaping that every private landowner wants to do their own land, but they might want to have which is little wild, which is beautiful, ecological landscaping. So these are our serious that we have. And then we've also done different projects I'll show. So this particular project is just our first project, and this was done obviously 22 years there near Source is one village. Hear me?
I think there must be some network issue.
You hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
You're audible, ma'am.
I'll reshare the presentation. I don't know where the call got cut.
You were showing about the private lands. You're working on private lands.
Okay. Do you see the slide now?
Yes, but
Yes.
it's almost empty,
Yeah,
means
this
blank.
is empty slide only. So did you see
Yeah.
this services by
Yes,
Oikos?
yeah, that we saw first. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
okay. So these
slide was on.
are the services that we offer. Huh. And then this is the first project that I'm going to show you where we have worked. So this was completely like a barren land that we had started working. And this was 22 years back. And as you can see here, so this is near Sus, as I said, near Pune. And what we did in one half, we planted all native species, native tree species. And another half, we just tried to create some different habitats. And one of the habitat, as you see in this photograph, is one little bund that we created along with one pond, introduced few wetland species over there. and planted host plants over there. So these are the like certain liquid plants and certain maybe calotropis, all these kind of species we planted. And when we went there after 4 months after monsoon, we could see that each and every shrub was full with like 20 to 30 butterflies on each shrub. So we were so happy just receiving this kind of response from butterflies that the plants that we had planted were actually growing so well. Those were shrubs and herbs, and each of them were attracting lots of butterflies. And that's how then we decided that definitely I think we need to take this work at larger scale. And that's how we established oikos that time. So this was our very much first project. And now, if I don't know if many of you are, if at all, you're from Pune in the audience, DLRC school on Sus Road. Now that school is built underneath forest. So right now, this is quite a well-grown forest canopy, and it's obviously shading the entire school right now. So obviously, this project from this little tiny patch of half acre, we could learn that all you do right kind of kind of species for fauna, you attract certain like tiny fauna like butterflies and birds. And even right now, that particular plot is full with a number of butterflies and birds, and because then we planted all these food plants and host plants for butterflies. So yes, so that's the kind of work we do. Then along with that, we do master planning or farmhouses or for resorts. Usual master planning is very like all squarish plot children. So instead of that, if you see the current ecological status of any land, could be the biodiversity is there, the master plan. So how we try and help landowners to do resorts that they some kind of zoning for, so maybe certain area for rest. So, do you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yeah, ma'am, your voice is audible, ma'am.
Okay. So then there's a forest, then because this particular patch goes along a river, so it was a part of riparian.
Due to some network issues, she is not able to connect. She will connect with us in a short time.
Is she in his office, in her office, Manasi? Have you checked with?
No, ma'am, she is not in her office.
That's why.
But the voice is very choppy.
We will wait for her to join.
We will wait, but until that, we can ask participants to introduce them, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they can tell their name just and put on the mic, tell name and the place from where they are, and the next one. We can do that.
Yes, ma'am. I request the participants to kindly introduce them. I think she is back.
Okay. Yeah, she's there.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am. Only we are able to see the slides.
Unmuting. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll share the screen and I hope Steve, now I've just shifted to some other place. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, so as I was explaining, so like we work for Club Mahindra. So when they buy the land, so we do zoning for them. So that like again based on ecological assessment, we suggest them that maybe certain areas could be kept completely for forest development. This particular site, which was there in Goa, it was along one river. And so being near the river, riparian zone is a very sensitive kind of patch that should be completely protected. And whenever there is some such kind of development on the banks, definitely you have to be responsible enough that you are not this particular patch. So that's so that kind of treatment we decide for all these people who are whoever is owning the land, and then set some kind of guidelines for them. And even in these kind of cases, we also try and develop certain special habitat. Here we've suggested them to develop some kind of myristica swamp. So myristica swamp is a very special kind of freshwater wetland we have in India, very common in India, to certain extent even in Goa, but we have only one in Maharashtra. So that way it's a very rare habitat. So whatever there, so obviously we give emphasis on restoring these habitats and specifically attract those special species, whoever are thriving in such a specialist habitat. Then along with, so this is just kind that I'm trying to show you that wherever working or the stories that we have from various projects of ours. So like we work for Sacred Groves. So few years back, so we did uh, say survey of 16 sacred groves from Jawahar in Thane district. And while we were doing that, we realized that many of the sacred groves are completely degraded stage. Means maybe even the one or two trees which are left from few acres patch, which was there earlier a few decades back. So then that time we worked with local people for almost 3 years. Basically we worked for capacity building of these locals continuously and try and convince them that how we can restore this particular patches. So we did it in two way. Like one is basically physical restoration of resources, like the land which is in degraded state did some kind of physical work. And another thing is work with community and convince them that the way they have been protecting this sacred grove for years, they should maybe continue to do that even more and with some kind of little more understanding of science now, because earlier they had protected it out of some kind of tradition. So can we then, we just thought to maybe do the capacity building means in terms of their knowledge towards ecology in their own kind of surroundings. Then when it comes to plantations, there are certain principles that we follow. So like say this the list is showing you, like say maybe ecological footprint has to be very low. Then we use very reduced
Ma'am, your voice is not visible, audible, ma'am. Hello? Ma'am, your voice is not audible. We will wait for the Ketki ma'am to join us. Till then, I request the participants to introduce themselves one by one. So everyone will have an idea and will get to know each other and their organizational activities.
Hi, Mansi. Can I start?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I'm Sneha Karade. I'm from their policy center. So let me begin with introducing here so that all the people joining here feel free to come and introduce themselves
Yeah,
and introduce about your organization as well.
yeah.
Thank you, Mansi.
Thank you. Anyone? Hello. I request everyone to introduce themselves so we will have the idea about their organizational activities.
Hi, this is Kripalini here. I'm from Bangalore. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Yeah, I am a farmer. I have been doing farming since 7 years. We have a piece of land about 125 acres in Andhra Pradesh, near Anantapur district. So we follow permaculture method of farming there. In 125 acres, part of the land is allocated for forestry, part of.
Hello,
Can you hear me?
hello
Yes,
everyone.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just now I got a call from Ketaki. She cannot even connect now. What happened? I don't know. She is traveling. She is in Yavatmal, and I don't think that Yavatmal is so bad area for the connection, but it has happened. So I'm very sorry that we couldn't continue this meeting, but we will postpone because she has a lot of things to share, and we also have a lot of things to learn from her and her organization. So we just complete the round of introduction, and then if anyone wants to talk something about it, and then we will say goodbye to each other, and we will postpone this meeting for next week or so, as per the schedule of Ketaki. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kindly, everyone, please tell your name and the organization from where you are working, and that kind of a small introduction.
Mansi, she was giving an introduction. I think she will start with us. Over to the Mansi ma'am. You can just start.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hello. Actually, I've been logged in through my daughter's ID. My name is Kripalini. We have a farm called Anantgram Farms. It is in Andhra Pradesh. It's about 125-acre farm. We follow permaculture method of farming. Part of the land is allocated for forestry, part of it for growing crops and vegetables and fruits and things like that. So we have extensively done soil restoration, water restoration, and other things in our land. So this Anantgram Farms is about 7 years old.
great. Very nice to know that. Manasi, thanks for joining this.
Yeah,
And we look forward to your active participation in future meetings.
yeah. Thank you. I will do that.
So we have with us Manisha Date, Jignasha, and Anand
Who is
Sangai.
there now?
So please introduce yourself.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Manisha Date. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm from Pune only, and I've been doing my terrace farming using only organic waste. I'm an organic waste consultant also, and I've been doing for the last 30 years, along with my job in engineering. And now,
Fantastic.
and now I've got a small piece of land at NDA Road where I have demonstrated. It is a center where the different models of sustainable organic urban farming are being shown. So sustainable gardening in urban areas is a must because we call for the soil from far off places like Mulshi and others, and that is being used for farming, and that is not sustainable. So we have come up with a method which is sustainable. You can visit Urban Bagaiti at NDA Road near Hotel Oasis. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Manisha. Are you people have already fill up the Google form for GWNN? If not, just go to the website of Global Women Nature for Network and register your name so that as a member.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, ma'am.
Next.
So we have with us Jignasha ma'am. Ma'am, you can introduce yourself. Hello. Ma'am, you can introduce yourself. Till then, we have Anand Shanghai, sir. Ma'am, you can also introduce yourself, sir.
हॅलो
Yes, sir.
हॅलो हा
Yes, sir. You're
नमस्कार.
audible, sir.
माझं नाव आनंद संगई, अमरावती जिल्ह्यातून बोलतोय.
अरे वा.
आमची एक छोटी एक लोकजागर म्हणून संघटना आहे आणि आमचं सध्या गत 5 वर्षापासून आमच्या भागामध्ये आत्महत्या शेतकऱ्यांच्या भरपूर मोठ्या प्रमाणात होत आहे. तर शेतकऱ्यांसाठी आमचं काम चालत आहे भूजल संचयन, भूजल पुनर्भरण आणि या नाला खोलीकरणमधून जे मटेरियल निघते ते शेतकऱ्यांची जी लाईफलाईन असते, शेतकऱ्यांचे पावसाळ्यातले दयनीय पाणंद रस्ते, तर ते पाणंद रस्ते बनवायचं काम सुद्धा आमच्या लोकजागर संघटनेमार्फत चालत आहे. तर याच्यामध्ये 1,000 फुटापर्यंत जे पाणी गेलंय, तर आमच्या या नाला खोलीकरणाच्या निमित्ताने जे डोह तयार करतो, 16 लाख लिटरचा एक डोह असतो आणि त्याच्या निमित्ताने गत 5 वर्षामधला रिझल्ट असा आहे की 1000 फुटावरचं जे पाणी होतं भूजलातलं ते आज 200 फुटावर आलं. जे 2 स्प्रिंकलर नोझल शेतकऱ्यांचे उडत होते ते अर्धा घंटा उडत होते ते आज 24 तास चालायला लागले. म्हणजे एक सुंदर चमत्कार झाला आणि त्या निमित्ताने शेतकऱ्यांच्या आर्थिक उत्पादन आणि उत्पन्नात फरक पडलाय.
अभिनंदन.
धन्यवाद.
छान छान.
धन्यवाद.
फार छान. तुम्हाला या नेटवर्कचं कसं कळलं? हाऊ यू हॅव कनेक्टेड विथ दिस?
पुण्याचा जो वृक्षम नावाचा ग्रुप आहे.
अच्छा, त्याच्यावर आज मी सकाळी पोस्ट केलं. ओके ओके. गुड गुड. थँक्स फॉर जॉईनिंग.
ठीक आहे, धन्यवाद.
तुमचे चांगले चांगले उपक्रम आम्हाला कळवा, म्हणजे आमच्या या वेबसाईट वरती पण टाकता येतील GWNNच्या आणि त्यानिमित्ताने लोकांनाही कळेल गाव पातळीवरती काय होतंय पाण्याच्या संदर्भातली घटना त्या.
मियावाकीचा एक सुंदर प्रोजेक्ट झालाय आमचा.
सर तुम्ही कंटिन्यू करू शकता. तुमचा आवाज येतोय सर.
हॅलो.
हा सर.
हा, मियावाकीचा पण एक सुंदर प्रोजेक्ट झाला अंजनगाव नगर परिषद. त्यासोबत आम्ही टायअप केलं आणि 20,000 स्क्वेअर फुटामध्ये 4,500 झाडं गत 15 ते 18 महिन्यापूर्वी आम्ही लावले होते. आज त्याची ग्रोथ 15 ते 20 फूट आहे आणि आता सध्या ते झाडं कॅनॉपी सुद्धा सुंदर पद्धतीने घेत आहे. आणि विशेष म्हणजे आमच्या भागातील जो मेळघाट एरिया आहे, चिखलदरा, म्हणजे हा जो सातपुड्याची जी रेंज आहे, तर या भागातले जे दुर्मिळ वृक्ष आहे म्हणजे कांचन आहे, अग्निमाद्य आहे, फाफडा आहे, म्हणजे जे अत्यंत दुर्मिळ होत चाललेले वृक्ष आहे त्याची लागवड आम्ही तिथे केलेली आहे आणि त्याची ग्रोथ सुद्धा आज 15 ते 20 फूट आहे. माननीय जिल्हाधिकारी साहेब अमरावती यांनी सुद्धा या दोन्ही प्रोजेक्टला भेट दिली आणि खरं सांगायचं त्यांनी सुद्धा आम्हाला प्रोत्साहित केलं आहे सध्या.
छान. खूप छान.
ठीक, ठीक. धन्यवाद.
Yes. Jignasa ma'am, can you introduce yourself? Ma'am, you have unmuted yourself, so we can hear you. So, ma'am, should we conclude the meeting?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So
You
I would like to thank each and everyone. Once again, thank you all the members for your time and dedication. And this meeting has been rescheduled, and we will send you an email regarding the rescheduled yeah, meeting. See you in the next meeting. And I will also request to the members, they can host for the next month meeting. So kindly email us in advance. Thank you. Thank you.